Yes, here we are, finally, Module 9. We're in the last week of the term. We've covered an awful lot of material in the prior 8 weeks, and I think you've seen some similarities, especially with regard to how we go about defining what constitutes deviant and what constitutes normal behavior. And the variation not only from place to place, different countries, but also over time within the same country. We certainly saw this last week in the discussion of sexual diversity. Some of the forms of behavior, some of the activities that some people find sexually engaging, other people are repelled by. We also know that some of those forms of behavior have been regarded as so objectionable so as to be illegal. Homosexuality has been illegal in this country and continues to be illegal in some other parts of the world, just as an example. This week we turn our attention to drugs, and we will confront some of the same problems, such as how we go about defining what constitutes a drug, and beyond that, how we go about determining which of those substances that we define as a drug should be illegal. We do have a drug problem in this country. It's not always completely clear what the source of the problem is. Is it the fact that people lack moral character and succumb to the lure of drugs? Is it because, in the case of prescription drugs, we don't have adequate control on how those drugs are administered by our physicians? The drug trade itself, what's responsible for the Mexican drug trafficking that comes into the country? Is it the drug traffickers themselves, or is it Americans who insist on purchasing those products? After all, if there was no demand for those products, if Americans stopped buying illegal drugs, there'd be no reason for the cartel to have any engagement in our country. So we'll get a chance to look at some of that over the course of our final week. You also have your final assignments to do, and I hope you have already started thinking about doing those assignments. I know some of you did the optional essay from last week, and I'll be reviewing those and getting back to you with your grades and feedback, as always, in the next few days. So I just want to tell you I've enjoyed immensely interacting with you on the discussion board and teaching this class. I hope you have found it interesting, and it has piqued some of your interest that you will take forward moving forward in trying to figure out what makes the best sense for us to do in terms of public policy in dealing with forms of deviance and behaviors that are alleged to be deviant and alleged to require a solution, some of which don't require a solution at all. They're just part of human diversity. So as always, if you have any questions during our final week, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'll be happy to answer them for you. And as always, I check email several times a day, and I'll be doing that right up to the end of the course. So good luck in our final week, and I want to wish you all the very best as you move forward in your future endeavors.